I don't know what to say. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care what to say. I'm Iskandar. Hello, there you go. This is my Wickwire Watch review. I'm very excited to talk about this book. I got this from the debut stream, or not the debut stream, the live stream Talking Story had for The Sundering Hours, the fourth book in this series, and absolutely fantastic. I got all three of these books. I even got a signed message personally to me, and I love it so much, from Miss Hagen, hoping that I enjoy every moment of this journey. And for the first quarter, I'd say, I was miffed on it. I was kind of sad. I was kind of not digging it. But by the end, I was hooked, and I cannot wait to start the Spider Key later this year, probably in a month or two. And then get to the Blue Flames, which, by the way, this is my favorite cover. Anyways, I want to talk about the plot and basic premise. So, the basic premise for this story is we have this thief boy. He's going around just kind of stealing from a couple people every once in a while, and then he's hired to investigate the death of a certain townsman inside of the city. And it's kind of generic at the start. He's pulled into the magical part of the world. He gets to find this little family, and those are the basic plot elements. But the way Jacquelyn Hagen handles these is absolutely fantastic. If you've watched Howl's Moving Castle, this is a comparison. It's kind of like Howl's Moving Castle, except the wonder that you get from Howl's Moving Castle, replace that with Lovecraftian horror. And it's sprinkled in there, but you don't understand what's going on, and that is scary in this book, and I love that so much. The tagline, trust no one, both here on the back of the book and on the bookmark, she does it perfectly well. In terms of narrative structure, I think she nailed it for this book. Jacquelyn Hagen had this thing where even the small details, if something doesn't make sense, file it back in the cabinet. Make sure it's in the back of your brain, just ready to pull straight towards the front whenever you need it, because the small details matter. And as the book goes along, some of these small details are unveiled, some of them probably still don't understand quite yet. I listened to this on audiobook, by the way, and I just have to say, the narrator was fantastic. I would highly recommend listening to this on audiobook. But I also want to say that the prose are very pretty. I quite liked them. She has this way of dancing around a thing if she doesn't want to talk about it directly. And you know what? I'm going to stop talking about prose because I don't know how to describe that. But it was very pretty. How about that? Now, what I really want to talk about is the Trust No One tag. This was honestly a very wonderful and brilliant tag for this book, because you don't trust anybody. Jacquelyn Hagen has these secrets that she kind of hides behind secrets, and they all weave together to form a giant web, and you don't really trust anybody. Anybody in Ink's found family, in Ink's... anybody who is not with Ink, if anybody can be even a remote threat to Ink, or even if they're not a threat, you don't trust them. You don't even trust Ink, who is the main character. I should have said that. And I didn't trust a single person in this book. And I'm constantly going back and forth. Who is worth trusting? Who should I trust? But the problem... this is such a problem for me. I naturally trust people. I just believe the best in people. And Oh my god! Jacquelyn Hagen put me on a roller coaster ride and made me go flying instead of going down. Because each time there was this narrative look away or narrative turn, I would constantly be going, wait, so I shouldn't trust them? But they seemed like such a good person. They were helping us out. They were helping Ink out. They seemed like a nice person. They were being kind. And I'm constantly going back and forth. I don't know if I should trust them. I don't know if I shouldn't. And it was brilliant. Really brilliant. And it made me go crazy by the end. But I loved it so much. Especially how there were some things and plot elements that came back and were so very interesting and create wonderful character dynamics between Ink and his newfound family. I also think that the setting, I gotta talk about the setting before I go on and talk about the themes. The setting was amazing. When the setting was unveiled to me in this book, I was like a giddy little child wanting to jump across all the walls, go on a roller coaster. I had so much energy because I was so excited that Jacquelyn Hagen took one of my favorite concepts in fantasy and just ran with it. Or not ran with it, but it's here, and it just made me happy. I love this concept. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but Riverfall. And the name of this series is called The Riverfall Chronicles. Riverfall is a place. And Riverfall, I love it so much. It's so good. It's a wonderful concept. And another thing that I found very interesting is we have this kind of two different species of humans. Maybe I'm wrong about that. If somebody is more knowledgeable on the Wickwire Watch, please do tell me that. But I have no idea. I think these are just two different types of humans, the Entrians and the Cassrians. And we have this fantasy map, which it completely overwhelmed me because I went in expecting something completely different. For an idea, I thought that this book was going to be normal world sent into magical world, kind of like Harry Potter. Except in this book, the normal world here, I'm talking about how it actually is now, it feels like the normal world is a little bit magical, but when we jump into the magical areas, the more mystical and wonderful areas of this book, it really feels mystical and wonderful and magical. Rather than in Harry Potter, I found that I thought everything was magical. That's how it felt. To me, at least. I know a lot of other people can disagree with that. But this was absolutely wonderful. Now I want to talk about the themes. There were so many interesting themes of trust. Who should I trust? Who shouldn't I trust? What is a friend? What is family? And these are basic concepts that I think a lot of stories do tackle, but Jacquelyn Hagen handles it in a very unique way. She takes all these aspects and how can I trust these people when they keep secrets and secrets and secrets? Are they worth trusting? What is their end goal? That is the thing that is typically obscured by everything. There is this veil that we find around everyone. And we don't know what their end goal is. But what's really wonderful is even in the small moments, even in small interactions, we are getting a play on this, I don't trust you. How should I trust you? And sometimes we'll get, I trust you. I probably shouldn't, but you know what? I'm going to trust you anyways and hope that you're going to do the best for me. And that's such an interesting way because way of depicting this. We see so many different sides and angles and different answers to this one theme. And I think that's exactly how a theme should be handled. We ask these questions, and then throughout the book, or throughout the entire narrative, we are getting multiple different answers to this question. I trust you, though maybe I shouldn't. I don't trust you, though maybe I should. And so many different angles to it. I trust you, and I'm going to trust you because I think you're an actually good person. Or I don't trust you because I think you're a terrible person. Or maybe I don't trust you because you've done this before, and I think you love me, but all the same, I don't trust you. Now, I think another part is this terror that we can find around trust. We get Lovecraftian horror a little bit, and I'm not going to spoil how that comes in, but we also get a little bit of terror of who around me can I trust? If I can't trust anyone, how am I supposed to form connections? How am I supposed to live? Because I'm pretty sure that most research states the best thing in our lives as humans is our relationships with others. And so that impacts Inkwell so much. And I loved seeing how that plays on his head, on his mind. And I cannot wait to see how that goes further in the Spider Key. And even in Blue Flame. In the Blue Flames. And I cannot wait to continue this series. This is easily a 5-star, because what constitutes a 5-star for me is, did I love it, number one, and number two, did it make me think? Did it really make me think? If it excels in one, then it can't be a 5-star. It has to do both and excel at both for me. I loved something, but it didn't make me think, then it's a 4.75, which is a 9.5 out of 10. I know I'm crazy. I go into the minute details. But anyways, thank you for watching. This is a fantastic book, and I can't wait to make more videos on this. I'm probably going to try and do an overarching video at some point when the series is done after 6 or 7 books, or maybe when I've read all 4 books that are currently out. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great day.